will mainly present about their English-based programs, the university facilities, etc. And the same from Tottori University. And the third session will be from Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. So thank you for joining us, and please do not hesitate to write your question or inquiries in the Q&A box. We will have the time to answer all your questions. And for our friends joining us from the YouTube channel, we thank you for joining us. And please, if you have any question, make sure to write it in the Zoom session, not the YouTube live. So let's start our first session with Shibaura Institute of Technology. はい、よろしくお願いします。
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. And hello, everyone. This is Shibaura Institute of Technology. And today I will introduce Shibaura Institute of Technology. SAT, I have already shared URL of our website in the chat box, so please make sure while my presentation and after my presentation. Then in this presentation, I'm going to introduce SIT and our international program. SIT means Shibaura Institute of Technology, and I will mention them in this. Okay, from next slide, I'm going to talk about basic information of SIT. Our mission statement is nurturing practical engineers who learn from society and contribute to society. Then next, I'm going to talk about locations. We have two campuses, which is located in Tokyo and Saitama, respectively. Then Tokyo is capital city of Japan. Saitama is located next to Tokyo. We have a dormitory for international students and Japanese students. So residents learn about the different cultures, both Japanese and foreign countries, through communication with other residents from around the world, and return home with a new perspective. The total number of students in SIT is approximately 9,500. It makes us mid-sized university in Japan. Next, I am going to talk about fees of studies of SIT. We have 17 departments in 3 colleges and 1 school at undergraduate level, and we have 1 graduate school. As of undergraduate program, College of Engineering has 10 departments such as mechanical engineering and engineering science and mechanics and so on. College of Systems Engineering and Science has 5 departments such as electronic information systems and machinery and control systems and so on. Then College of Engineering and Design has 1 department of engineering and design. And thus, we have a School of Architecture, and it has 3 courses. Then next is about graduate program. Master's program for 2 years has 8 programs such as applied chemistry and mechanical engineering and so on. And doctoral programs for 3 years has 2 programs such as regional environment systems, and another one is functional control systems. Basically, all departments are divided into 7 areas like design, biotechnology, and etc. I will move on to global size of SIT from this slide. One of our features is internationalization. Then SIT is now one of the top global university of Japan. So let me explain about the top global university project. Government chose 37 universities to be role models for the globalization of Japanese educational institutions. There are 800 universities in Japan, but only 37 universities were chosen for this project. This means putting us in the top 5% of universities in Japan. Besides that, SIT is the only university in private science and engineering university in Japan. And in THE World University ranking, we are in a range of 1,201 to 1,500. And in THE Japan University ranking, we got 34th place. Among private universities in Japan, we got 8th place. Then this is the number of outbound student mobility. Outbound means students who went to overseas universities from SIT. You can see the numbers have gradually increased and reached to 1,671 in 2018. Then in 2020 and 2021, the number has decreased because of the coronavirus situation, but we mainly conducted online programs. Then this is the number of inbound students. Inbound means students who came to SIT from overseas universities. Like outbound, you can see the numbers have gradually increased and reached to about 1,700 in 2019. Then in 2020 and 2021, we have coronavirus situation, but we conducted online programs and we kept the numbers. Then this slide is about global. From this slide, I talk about global education for degree seekers. As for undergraduate program, SIT offers innovative global program, which is called IGP at SIT's College of Engineering. It aims to prepare students as the next generations of science and technology specialists who can contribute as true global citizens. And I put URL or websites on the chat box about IGP, so please check it after my presentation. Then as soon as students join the program, they begin to get hands-on experience in laboratory research-based learning, monitored by their laboratory supervisor and faculty advisors in their major. Research-based learning contributes throughout 4 years in the program. From their second year, students undertake lab rotations and spend short periods in laboratories of various disciplines to acquire knowledge of other fields. Then students aim to present their own research results at an international conference, at least one during their studies. For the graduation thesis program, from third year, they form their own team and plan and conduct research, confirm their results with experts inside and outside their field, and disseminate their results at international conference. Then I'll talk about application schedule of IGP. This is last year's application schedule, so please just use them as a reference for this year. It will update to this year's application schedule soon. Application period for spring enrollment will start at mid-August and end mid-September. Then after screening of submitted application documents, you will have online interview and oral examinations for successful candidates. Then you will have final result notification by mid-November. Then there are two application opportunities for full enrollment. First application opportunity will start at mid-November and end mid-December. Like our spring enrollment, you will submit application documents, and then after that you will have interview and oral examinations. Then you will have final result notification by mid-March. Then second application opportunity will start mid-March and end mid-April. Then like the two enrollment I just mentioned before, you will have to submit application documents, and you will have international interview and examinations. Then you will have final result notification by mid-June. Then I will move on graduate program. First of all, I will mention master's program. As I mentioned before, we offers 8 courses for master's degree. And this has 2 entrance examination methods. First method is general entrance examination, which is only for global course of engineering and science among 8 courses. But before proceeding with the application, the applicants must first contact supervisor who wish to pursue their research study. You should discuss any research plan and interview session and obtain their acceptance to enter their research laboratory. If you have no means to contact them, email documents specified, and then prepare necessary documents. Document submission deadline of first round is June 30. Then document submission deadline of second round is November 30. Then another method is for all the courses or master programs is foreign students, working adults. Like the examination method I mentioned earlier, before proceeding with the application, the applicant must first contact supervisor. Then you will submit documents like certificate of graduation, research plan and schedule, and English test scores report. Then you will have examination on June 30 about fall entry, and you will have a second examination of November about spring entry. Examination contents are mainly oral examination, but the contents of oral examination depends on each course, so please make sure them on the website. I've already shared the URL of the website, so please check it. Then I will move on doctor's program. We offer 2 courses, regional environment systems and functional control systems. Like master's program, you will have chances of entry in fall and spring. Then like master's program, document submission deadline of fall is already done, but documentation submission deadline of spring 2024 is November 30. So please apply. Then before submitting documents like master's program, contact the preferred supervisor you would like to pursue that degree and discuss on the examination requirements and research project. And also you have to obtain a supervisor's consent in accepting you to be part of the supervisor's research laboratory after admission. Then prepare the necessary documents. The document submission includes for example, research activities, English test score, letter of acceptance, and etc. Then you will have examination on January 25, which is oral examination and document assessments. The all examination will be held online, and number of students accepted regional environmental systems is 12 and functional control system is 15. Then I will move on mobility programs. This is actually for non-degree seekers, but we have three kinds of programs. One of them is sandwich program for undergraduates. And second one is research exchange laboratory internship program for graduates and undergraduates. And last one is global project-based learning program. First, about sandwich program, this is overview, which is for undergraduates. The course-taking sandwich program allows students to take courses at SIT while they're the students of the home university for 1 or 2 semesters. For example, the student may study for their first 2 years at their home university and study at SIT for their 3rd year and then return to home university to complete their studies at their home university. And sandwich programs offer over 100 English-based courses and a wide range of study options in science and engineering fields. So please make sure our website I shared earlier. Then this is our program outline of sandwich program. Application deadline for fall semester is already done, but application for spring semester next year is open. And duration is 1 or 2 semesters. And you can have 40,000 yen per month scholarship opportunity by passing the SAT scholarship screening. Then eligibility is undergraduate and graduate students. Requirements includes, for example, English and a class and so on. About English, you have to have CEFR B2 equivalent or higher score. CEFR B2 is equivalent to IELTS 5.5 to 6.5. And TOEFL IBT 72 to 94. If the applicant hasn't taken an English proficiency test, your home university may provide a letter certifying their students' English proficiency. About class, you should register for more than 6 periods. It means 600 minutes of course per week for the entire semester. And you can apply from website I shared on the chat box. Then I will move on research exchange laboratory internship program. This program is for international students who wish to conduct a research activity under a designated supervisor at SIT. The duration application deadlines is 6 months before your arrival, which is different to sandwich program I mentioned. Then duration is 8 working days to 1 year. Like sandwich program, you can have 40,000 per month scholarship opportunity. Then eligibility is higher than 3rd year undergraduates or graduate students. Like sandwich program, for requirement, you need CEFR B2 equivalent or higher score. And if the applicant hasn't taken an English proficiency test like sandwich program, your home university may provide a letter. certifying their students' English proficiency. About application, you should first of all decide on your entry period, because duration period is from a working stay and to 1 year, so it's flexible. And check the application submission period. Then please apply for the program during application submission period. You can check each laboratory on the website, so please check the website on or from URL on the chat box. This slide is about application schedule of research exchange laboratory internship program. From first entry to fourth entry is already done, but fifth and sixth entry is open. So if you have interest, please apply from our website. Then this slide is about global PB, a global project-based learning. This program is for students of partner universities. And these programs are made by teacher of SAT and teacher of partner universities. So I just introduced this program to show our internationalization. The content of global project-based learning, you will make teams which is composed of Japanese and students from overseas, and the team discuss and solve problems and issues related to their major. Team members share their knowledge and skills, then develop innovative solutions, then together within a short time frame. As I mentioned, SAT has many kinds of international programs like this program and sandwich program and research exchange program. So I'm looking for a senior in Japan. If you have any question, please tell me them using Q&A function or send them to this mail address or email address I shared on the chat box.
So thank you very much for the beautiful presentation. I'm sure that everyone got interested in the Shibaura Institute of Technology. Let's see if we got some questions. I think most of them, they got most of the points. So yeah. So just to make sure, the application has to be online, right? So documents should be submitted to the university.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. So yeah, we still have time today. So if anyone is having questions, do not hesitate to write it in the Q&A box, and we would be happy to answer them together. Also, you can take a screenshot or a photo of the slide, so you can save the email address, and you can contact the university directly. Again, thank you very much, Suga-san.
Thank you very much.
And then we can move to our second presentation of the day from Tottori University.
Hello.
Hello. はい、よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。Okay, can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Emi Kaburagi. I'm an assistant professor at the Tottori University. Tottori University, you might not have heard about this name, but we are one of Japan's national universities, and there are about 6,000 students, and we're located here in Japan. So now I'm going to talk about the brief presentation about Tottori University for about 10 minutes. And then our two international students are going to share with you their experience at our university. Okay. So where is Tottori University? We're here, more like close to Osaka, and Tokyo is here. We have direct flight from Tokyo, but also we have Osaka to Tottori. There's a bus and also train. So it looks a little bit far away from two major cities, but we're not that far away because from Tokyo, the flight only takes 1 hour. And there are two campuses. One is Yonago campus, and the other one is Koyama campus. And today I'm going to mainly talk about this Koyama campus. So Tottori may not be a big city like major cities like Osaka and Tokyo, but we have many, many beautiful natures. For example, we have most famous sand dune in Japan, the biggest sand dune. And also we have geopark recognized by UNESCO, like a crystal clear beach and sea. And also we have sacred mountain. And actually our Koyama campus is surrounded by Japan Sea and as well as the largest pond in Japan right behind the university. And also this beautiful beach actually is only 10 minutes bicycle ride from the university. So when you get tired of researching or studying, you can come here and relax. In such university, Tottori University, we have there 4 globally recognized researches. And one is regional science, medicine, engineering, and agriculture. We have 4 different departments, but today I'm going to talk about agriculture department and mainly focusing on doctoral course in English. Although I'm going to only talk about doctoral course, but master course, we have also English. We provide English courses. So if there are any master course students, you can also apply for it. So get your doctor degree in agriculture. Our doctor course is called the United Graduate School of Agricultural Sciences. And what is the United Graduate School? So this is a little map of Japan here. So United means because it consisted with 3 different universities, all national universities. One is our Tottori University and also Shimane University and Yamaguchi University. For that reason, students actually can receive guidance from 162 supervisors. So you can choose many different kinds of research areas. And our graduate school, there are a number of students, 92 currently, but out of 92, 55 students are from foreign countries, mainly Africa and Asian countries. And so what you can study at our graduate school. So there are 3 different courses. One is bioproduction and bioenvironmental sciences. In this course, you can, for example, would like to study ecosystem, plant disease, pest control, forestry. Those are the keywords if you want to learn at these courses. And if you want to study about microorganisms, molecular or cellular biology, or applied research, you can choose bioresource and life science course. And also there another course which is called Global Dryland Science. And in this course, you can, for example, learn about food productivity, molecular breeding, or climatology, or water engineering. So if you're interested in this kind of field, there are many professors who is specialized in those areas. And also currently, there are many collaborative researches we're doing in the world. This is 2018, but still it's ongoing. For example, many countries from Africa or Middle East or Asian countries. So if you would like to know more information about the research areas you can learn at our university, you can check this YouTube video, or this is a research areas description, so you can check this QR code. So now move on to more like a life aspect of Tottori University, where to live. So international students actually can live in the dormitory, university dormitory for the first year. The dormitory is fully furnished, for example, with bed, desk, chair, etc. And this dormitory, it takes only 15 minutes by walk or 5 minutes by bicycle to the university. And this rent is very cheap, approximately only $100 per month. So it's very economical. And now tuition fee for privately funded students, for example. So because we are national universities, it's all same for national universities. And admission fee, everyone has to pay. It's quite a lot, but it's necessary. But when it comes to tuition fee, it's quite a lot, but we have exemption program. So what is exemption program? So if you apply for this, many international students can receive full or half of tuition fee exemption. This is the example in 2022, 2022. So first semester, 53 people applied and 38 people got a full exemption, and 13 people got half exemption, and similar on the second semester. Although 2 people got not permitted, but these people, because not permitted because they didn't get good grade. So as long as you study hard and get a decent grade, you can most of the close to 100% you can get the exemption, either full or half. Also, for the privately funded students, there's scholarships we provide, and 65% of privately financed students receive some types of scholarship. There are different kinds of scholarship, and as well as teaching assistant and research assistant. So those 2 financial aid combined, many students can focus on their research without worrying about their finances. Also, there's many interaction for international students, for example, with local community. And also we have Shanshan Festival, International Dancing Club. And this festival happens only at Tottori University. And also we highly recommend international students to take Japanese language classes, because this is a great opportunity for you to learn another language, and also it will make it really easy for you to live in Japan. And not just learning Japanese, but we also provide partnership with Japanese students at the language classes, so you can learn with Japanese students. So now how to apply for graduate courses. And this also applies for master courses. So first, please prepare your research proposal and resume. And then please send those documents via email to either International Affairs Office or the professor you wish to work in. Because this process is really important, because we consider matching is very important for you to study or get degree. And after sending these proposal documents, and you might get approval from your supervisor at Tottori University. Then finally, you can take admission exam. So now, what's the admission exam? So there's two opportunities for the admission. One is April admission, and the other one is October admission. And these are the application period, and this is a selection period, and results will be announced within 30 days after the exam. And for example, in April admission in 2024, application period will last until November 24. So if you are interested in Tottori University, please send your documents to our email. And even October 2024 admission, you have time till May 24 to send your documents. And the exam is oral examination and the submitted documents. And the oral examination will focus on the your master's research or undergraduate research if you would like to admit in a master course. And the research proposal for the doctor course or master course. And these exam will be conducted by remote conference systems, for example, Zoom, Meet, or WebEx, whenever you're available with. So for more information, please check this QR code. And if you have more information, need more information like living expenses, or if you'd like to know more about scholarships, please contact via email address here, or you can find this QR code and this goes to our website. So now I would like to introduce two of our current international students. One is Mr. Tariq. He's getting JICA Scholar, and the other student is Miss Abebe, and she's a private funded student. So is Mr. Tariq, are you there? Oh, okay, it seems like he's not here. So is Mrs. Abebe, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so Abebe-san, you can start your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Study in Japan Fair. So let me start from introducing myself. My name is Masara Gutama. I am from Ethiopia, and I lived in Japan since December 2019, and I live with my husband and my 2-year-old daughter. As my background, in 2019, I completed my undergraduate degree in Warda University, Ethiopia. And in 2003, I got my master's degree from Tottori University. And now, currently, I am a first-year PhD student at Tottori University in UGASAS, or United Graduate School of Agricultural Science in Tottori University. So, Kabrag explained a lot, so maybe I should leave this one, right? Okay, anyhow, Tottori University is found in Tottori Prefecture, and you can use Tokyo Airport or Tottori Airport. So Tottori Airport, from Tottori Airport to Koyama campus, it's 4 minutes by car or 20 minutes by walk. So in Koyama in Tottori University, we have two campuses, Koyama campus and Ryona campus, and we have 4 faculties: regional science, engineering, medicine, and faculty of agriculture. So I belong to faculty of agriculture, so I will talk more of agriculture. So in faculty of agriculture, we have different divisions like forestry studies, agriculture chemistry, veterinary medicine, agricultural science. And again, I belong to agricultural science. So in agricultural science, we have a United Graduate School of Agricultural Science program, which is a doctorate program for 3 years. And these programs gives an advanced education and research in the fields of bioproduction science, bioenvironmental science, and bioresource science and life science, and also global arid land science. For me, in my case, I belong to global arid land science in crop production in dryland lab, and my professor is Shibaura. So UGASAS is one of 6 UGASAS Tottori University belongs to one of UGASAS from Japan. It has 3 members: Tottori University, Yamaguchi, and Shimane University. So in Tottori University, we have Arid Land Research Center, which is a research institution affiliated to Tottori University, and it serves as a joint usage or research center in the field of dryland. So this is Arid Land Research Center, and this is Arid Land Research Center, and it has evolved as a prime location for dryland science research nationwide. And the center offers high-tech technologies and research settings, like featuring research buildings and a range of analytical instruments. And this is my field, and this is a gross chamber or desert simulator in Arid Land Research Center. So in global dry science, in Tottori research and solve issues related to dry and arid regions, they have made a significant contribution to improving agriculture's and natural resource management in African arid and semi-arid regions. They have developed a sustainable solutions, including drought resistance crops and soil conservation techniques and water harvesting technologies. And so the center promotes research that provide a solution to desertification and droughts, and it contributes the achievement of these sustainable development goals in drylands. So for me, I am a privately financed student. So the procedure is, so it's a special admission for privately financed international students, which is English course. And we have 2 admission months, April and October. So the main thing, the important thing to note is you have to send the application before at least 4 months earlier from admission months. So in case of April, in case of October, you have to submit June to May, and in case of April, you have to submit June to November. So the first thing is application. So the first step is to connect with your professor whose researches aligns with your interest. So you can use Tottori University online database to search a professor, and then application will be made through professor. Then after that, you will get will do oral examination like presentation of proposal or thesis. Then you will have acceptance letter and admission, and finally maybe you will apply exemption and scholarship. So there are different support systems for privately financed students, and Tottori University offers the scholarship forms twice a year, March and September. After that, you can get or you can apply scholarship by university recommendation or by individual application. In my master's degree, I got like a couple of scholarships from these foundations, and currently in my PhD degree, I got a good scholarship Tsukata Shomi Scholarship Foundation. I applied by university recommendation. So I submitted my application through universities. Then I got interview. After that, I accepted, and it's 2 million a year per year, which is a lot more than a government scholarship. And in addition to scholarship, you can apply, you can work RA or TA, you can do part-time jobs, and you can apply for exemptions like tuition exemption and transit exemption. And also sometimes you will get support from the government or international students. So Tottori University supports international students with language skill. You can join Japanese classes and in academics and adapting to life in Japan. We have G-Friends, which is a global friend group, which will help students to have a better life. And we have university tour, and you can join different cultural exchange programs. And also the university gives a dormitory, which is high affordable dormitory. And also we have English books in libraries. And if you need a mosque, it's nearby. And we have student discounts. And if you are Muslim, you have halal foods in cafeteria in university. So as I said, Tottori University allows to make friends from different countries and cultures, and it helps to expand the knowledge through research and also internship and different exchange programs. And so it's a great opportunity to learn more about culture and establish more friends. So in Tottori, Tottori is a charming destination with a natural beauty for every season. Like every season you have something to see and you have something to enjoy on. And here you have sand dunes, different sunset, and you can enjoy hot spring, and you can enjoy great seafoods. And Tottori is very famous on pier, Asian pier, and you have a lot of sweets. So it's really a nice place and a lovely locals, and also an affordable place. Life in Tottori is, I think it's cheap other than another prefecture. So thank you. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope to see you in Tottori soon.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Abebe-san. You covered all the important information of Tottori University and Tottori. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Tariq. We cannot hear you.
I am sorry for late, but I have technical problem with the Zoom. So maybe I am open from my phone, but I will change the camera like this. It's clear because I don't know why the technical problem happened.
Yes, I think it's okay. Can you speak a little bit louder so that everyone can hear you?
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes.
I am sorry again for the bad situation. My name is Tariq Abubakar from Palestine. I am from agriculture engineer at Ministry of Agriculture. My professor is Kodama Sensei. I came from Palestine. This is on the map, if you can see. My study about insect science, about entomology science. I am study about pheromone of insect, about 6 pheromone, which can reduce the use of chemical pesticide. I am work on control of many type of insect which affect on a plant by creating pheromone trap. And here some picture about the insect and our lab. This is what insect I am studying now. And here about some picture how we create the pheromone and how the insect, how the trap take the insect. And of course, in Japan, you can found not only science and education, you can find many about social life. Like here, this is me, and I am at that time I am share with Tottori University to helping me more about Japan culture, and we helping the farmer to cleaning the river. And after that, we participate about teaching assistant in English immersion program of Tottori University undergraduate student. Here about Tottori Castle Festival, which bread that represents some victory samurai of Tottori Castle and protect Tottori city. And of course, you can have many time of having some enjoying time at the mountain and the beautiful nature. Here we go to helping the farmer and teach them about helping them about Charlotte crop. And in this picture, we helping we sharing about the fishing and taking the fish. We sharing with the community. And here about the skiing. So as I am, and here I want to say thank you. And in Tottori University, you can learn many about your study. As I am seeing here, you can focus and having many information about your specialty. At the same time, you can go about the social life and joining about the culture. And I am sorry for the technical bad technique.
Thank you very much, Tariq-san. Since we have a little bit of time, do we have a little bit of more time?
Yes.
Yeah, Tariq-san, can you talk about your scholarship, how you apply for your scholarship and how you get it? Can you?
Yes, I am, in general, there are around 2 or 3 of scholarship. My scholarship I take about from JICA, Japan International Agency, which in general with the government, because I am working at the Ministry of Agriculture in Palestine, JICA support the government. I think most of the countries government support them with many of scholarship. So I am apply, and after that I am have many exam, and after that I have entrance exam with the Kodama Sensei and Naka Sensei and many another professor. After that they accept me, and I am working on the proposal. After I am working for the proposal, I am start step by step. It is different, a little different from mixed scholarship, because there are some of limited things about that. But the mix is different, not related with the government. So after I finish, I must go back to work with the government.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's all from us. And if you have more questions, please send us via email or like from our website. Check our website. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much for the presentation and for the participation of Mrs. Abebe-san and Tariq-san for their sharing their experience. And I'm sure that it would inspire the prospective students. Maybe I have like a few questions for Nissan. So about the most English-based programs at Tottori University, like they are mainly for the engineering courses, or
we do have English course for engineering department, but it's only for doctorate course.
I see. Because during the information session with the prospective students, they show interest, for example, in studying medical sciences or game design. So just to make sure that if Tottori University have this field, so they can.
Yes, we recently have new department or new course for combining research of medical and engineering. So if you would like to learn about such things, Tottori University is a good place to come. And also, if you need more information, please check our website. And there, I'm sure you can find English description about those engineering courses, but only for doctorate course.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I also have a question for Mrs. Abebe. First of all, I would like to thank you for your participation. And just like a question about living in Japan with your family, how is it going? And how is it like as a student and having a family?
Living in Japan as a family is great. I had my baby here before I start my master's degree, one day before. Then I put my baby in daycare for when she was 2 months. So I got help, and the people here are very nice, very supportive, and my professor is very kind, and he gave me like 4 months to stay at home and like read only to take care of my baby. And if I don't usually stay here for late because I have baby. He understand, and it's nice. And life here is very safe, and the daycare teachers for my babies are very nice, and we got help from the government, from the city, and it's very nice. I really like it.
I'm happy to hear that you're having a peaceful and successful life. Hope
I am.
for your graduation. So good luck for you. And
Thank
also
you so much.
for Mr. Tara, I believe like you're coming from in a region. So how is it like to live in Japan as a like a Muslim student in terms of food, in terms of your religion? Can you practice your religion? Can you tell us more about this?
Yes, here in Tottori, it is peace and safe at the first, and the second we have mosque. We have there are many Muslim aggregation in the prayer of Jum'ah and Eid, Salat Eid tomorrow. Salat Eid. I hope you stand with us. After that, we have halal food. We have many halal food at the mosque about the meat all of the time. It is very easy and safe. Maybe it is more safe than Europe, I think. All people here respect our religion, and we have also culture room for a pray at university. It is different from the mosque, so it is really, I feel safe and I feeling happy and focus in my study. Because of that, I feel comfortable about that.
Great. Again, thank you very much. And special thanks to Tottori University for inviting you and for this beautiful session. And best of luck for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, sure. So now we can move to our third session for today with the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for allowing us to use this very precious time to introduce about our university. Thank you very much. So we are Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, and today we will mainly go over the programs that are available for English speakers. And I would like to now start with our session with Professor Nobuo Haruna, who is also the Vice President on International Affairs of this university, as well as the faculty member of the School of Japan Studies. So Professor Haruna, may I ask you to take over?
Thank you very much for the introduction. I would like to talk about mainly about the School of Japan Studies, but before that, I will give you a general introduction to the entire university. Well, so let me start with these slides. I believe you can see this.
Yes.
Well, yes, so my talk will be mainly about the School of Japan Studies, but before that, I will give you some general information about the entire university. Well, first of all, I believe that not many of you know our university. Our university is a pretty small university, and I have to say that, and I have to admit that it does not appear in international university rankings. Well, I believe you all know these very prestigious universities in Japan, such as Tohoku University, Tokyo University, Kyoto University, Osaka University. Well, these universities will appear in international rankings. Our university does not appear, but if you look into these ranking inside Japan, well, this is issued by the same international ranking institution called Times Higher Education. There's a Japanese university ranking. And in this ranking, you can see that our university, Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, ranks numbers 27th in Japan. Well, I don't know what kind of impression you'll get with this number, but inside Japan, there are about 800 universities. So among the 800, we are ranking 27. And what I want to emphasize here is that if you look at the number, as I just mentioned, our university is a pretty small university. We only have about somewhere around 4,000 students each year, which includes all the undergraduate and postgraduate students. If you compare this number with the other prestigious universities in Japan, such as the University of Tokyo, Tohoku, Kyoto, you can see that our university is one digit smaller than these universities. And that's the biggest reason why we do not appear in international university rankings. We are too small. But we have a pretty long history, tradition inside Japan, and we are a national university, which is pretty known among Japanese students and inside Japanese society. Well, as I just mentioned, we have a pretty long history. The school started in 1873, which is exactly 150 years ago, as the School of Foreign Languages. At that time, well, Japan was at the starting point of modernization, which required Western knowledge and technology. And for that reason, there was much demand for foreign languages. This university started as a foreign language institution at that time and developed alongside with the development of Japan into the international world. And so we started with Western languages such as Dutch, German, French, English, and so on. But we developed into Asian languages. And nowadays we set up a new school for Japan studies, which focuses on teaching about Japan to students from abroad. Well, as I just mentioned, we started as a foreign language institution. Even nowadays, we teach up to 81 languages, and we have 28 major languages inside the country, inside our university. Among the major languages, we have the Arabic language department. We also have the Turkish language department. So if you come to our university, you will see and meet a lot of students who are studying your language here. As I just mentioned, the total number is pretty small, but we have a pretty large number of students from abroad studying on our campus every year. As for now, we have about 687 students from 84 countries. And from the Middle East, I have to say the number is not that large. So we are actually expecting more and more students from the Middle East coming to our school to study. Okay, finally about general information. A lot of our graduates, so students graduating from our university, enter major companies or public service inside Japan. Well, the data is for Japanese students, but I have to say, it's for Japanese students. You can see that a large number of the students will go into public service, like the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Defense, and for other private companies. I believe you know a number of these, like Mitsubishi, Toyota, Honda, or nowadays we have a large number of students going into consulting business, like Accenture, Deloitte, or PwC, these companies, which are pretty known, not just in Japan, but worldwide. Okay, let me move on to the School of Japan Studies. Well, as Ishida-san just told us at the beginning, now in this session, we will focus on programs which are taught in English. So you can enter through English exams. And for the undergraduate program, we have the School of Japan Studies, which has an English entrance exam. Well, as you can see from the title, the name of this school, our focus is Japanese studies. We teach about Japan, we teach the language to the students. And I would like to just talk about three notable features of this school. And after that, I'll talk about the admissions process. Well, the first, and I think the most notable feature of the School of Japan Studies is that we have a very diverse environment. Well, every year we accept 75 students coming into the school. And among the 75, 45 come from Japanese high schools, but the rest 30 come from abroad. And we actually add 10 more students from the third year from abroad. So therefore, by the time of graduation, about half of the students are from abroad. As for now, you can see, well, there is a pretty wide diversity of the origin of the students. But as I just mentioned a little earlier ago, we don't have much students from the Middle East. We have just one student from Egypt as for now, but we are expecting to have more and more students from the Middle East and North Africa. Okay, and to another point is that to maintain this diversity of the students, we teach both in English and in Japanese. And at the beginning, we teach in English. English would be the common language. So in the first year, all mandatory courses will be taught in English. So therefore, you can enter this university, enter this School of Japan Studies with no knowledge about Japan and with no proficiency in the language. Because the second notable feature is that we have a very comprehensive educational program. All students entering this school will go through many different fields, ranging from politics to linguistics, from culture to language teaching in the first 3 years at the School of Japan Studies. Every student, even though a student has a very specific interest from the very beginning of studying, even that student will have to go through all these fields in the first 3 years. The reason is to build a very strong and wide knowledge base about Japan, and therefore to make the right choice of focusing on one field in the fourth year to complete a graduation thesis. A third notable feature is, as I just mentioned, you can enter the School of Japan Studies with no knowledge about Japan and no proficiency in the language. Well, for the latter part, we offer a great number of Japanese language lessons. If you enter the school as a Japanese beginner, we have, well, I have to say that this is pretty tough, but in the first semester, all of your morning hours will be allocated for intensive Japanese lessons. So from 8:30 to 11:40 every morning, you'll receive Japanese lessons. This is tough, but if you go through this period, by the time you reach the third year, you will be pretty fluent in this language. I'm pretty sure that you'll be prepared to receive lessons in Japanese, which means lessons, lectures taught in Japanese, discuss in Japanese with your students, with other students and your friends and your neighbors, and write essays in Japanese. And if you reach that level, I'm pretty sure that you're prepared to search for jobs inside Japan after graduation. Okay, let me move on to the admissions. Well, if this School of Japan Studies, if this program looks interesting, we have an entrance exam totally conducted in English. The application will start in late August, and usually the deadline is somewhere in early September each year. So if you like to enter the School of Japan Studies from 2024, April 1st, then, well, we have announced some information about this in our homepage. So you can look into our homepage or just contact us at the Global Admissions Office, gao@tufs.ac.jp. I mentioned that this entrance exam is totally conducted in English. It's a two-staged process. First, there's paper screening. So first, by early September, you have to submit a number of documents. including a recommendation letter from your high school and your high school grades transcript and a personal statement, all in English. And if you're not an English native speaker, you have to prove your English skills, your English proficiency through an English exam, such as TOEFL or TOEIC. I'll come back to this later. Once you pass the paper screening, the second screening is an interview, and this will take place in mid to late October. And a very important point is that this will take place online, so you do not have to come to Japan to receive this entrance exam. You can take the interview from your home country, from your own room. Well, if you pass this, the announcement will be somewhere in November this year. I just mentioned that if you're not a native English speaker, you will have to prove your English proficiency. So please take one of these exams: Cambridge, IELTS, TOEFL IBT, TOEIC, AIKEN, or well, I believe AIKEN is for inside Japan. So if you're outside Japan, then it's Cambridge, IELTS, TOEFL IBT, TOEIC. Well, we require the level of B2, CEFR B2. CEFR B2 for TOEFL IBT, that's over 72 points. For IELTS, it's over 5.5 points. So please attach a document proving your score in these exams. A very wonderful aspect of this entrance exam is that it comes with the opportunity of receiving scholarship from the Ministry of Education. This is not a separate process. You just apply for the School of Japan Studies and click a box saying that you are interested in the scholarship from the Ministry of Education. If you are successful to pass the entrance exam among the top 8 students, then you are entitled to receive this scholarship from the Ministry of Education. Well, there are other restrictions, like there's an age requirement, there's a GPA requirement. But if you pass these requirements, you will receive scholarship provided by the Ministry of Education for 4 years during your study at the School of Japan Studies. Well, if you want more information, you can just ask us at the Global Admissions Office. Finally, the final part of the admissions is we have actually another entrance at the School of Japan Studies, and this is called the third year admissions. Well, you can enter the School of Japan Studies from the third year if you have already completed more than 2 years of university education. Well, it's totally okay to apply for this after graduating your university in your home country. But, well, you can just quit your university at the third year. Maybe this is not recommendable, but it's totally possible to quit your university at the third year and transfer into our university from the third year. The requirement is to complete more than 2 years of university education. But if you like to enter from this entrance exam, we require some Japanese language proficiency. So in this case, not just your English proficiency, but we need proof of your Japanese language proficiency, which is at the above the level of JLPT N2. There are a number of Japanese language exams. JLPT is the most well-known one, but it's totally okay to take other exams as well. We just want you to be above the level of N2. If you are interested in this, I'm very sorry that we just closed the application period for this year. Well, the next intake will be October 2024, and the information will be given out in January next year. So that was from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Haruna. Let me just add some information regarding the graduate school from my side. So let me also share my screen with all of you. Slideshow. Okay, so let me give you some information regarding the graduate programs that we have. I will mainly talk about 2 programs, one for the master's program and another for the doctoral program. Both are English track programs. So let me start out with the master's program called Peace and Conflict Studies course. Professor Haruna mentioned that we have not much students from Middle East. But for this Peace and Conflict Studies course, most of the students who are from Middle East are studying at this Peace and Conflict Studies course. We currently have students from Turkey, Tunisia, Egypt, studying at this program. We also have several research students who are planning to study at this program from next year on as well. So this is a 2 years master's program, and the degree granted upon completion is Master of Arts in International Studies. As I mentioned before, all the courses are held in English. We are relatively small in size, but the students come from diverse backgrounds. And this cross-cultural understanding and collaboration is one of the main features of this Peace and Conflict Studies course. We also have a very strong alumni network. We have an alumni workshop every year to connect our alumni and the current students to improve all of the research that the students and the alumni are continuing doing. We also cover a variety of issues and approaches in regards to peace and conflict. Not only the methodology, but also the topics such as human violence and group conflict, politics of difference and inequality, conflict prevention and global security, to name a few. Another point about this is that, as Professor Haruna was mentioning about this Japanese government scholarship opportunity for the School of Japan Studies, this Peace and Conflict Studies course also comes with the Japanese government scholarship opportunity. As for the admission, the same as with School of Japan Studies, you can apply for the program and for the scholarship at the same time. No separate procedures is necessary. You can apply just as the same as the School of Japan Studies. Just click a box stating that you wish to also apply for the Japanese government scholarship. But for this Peace and Conflict Studies course, I would like to mention that the application period is different. For those who wish to study under the Japanese government scholarship, the application period is shorter. So we have already closed the admission for this October 2023. So our next intake will be for the October 2024. But please refer the schedule so that you will get to know the expected schedule of the 2024 admission as well. You can download the current, the 2023 admission information from the link or the QR code stated here, so that you can get to know what you should prepare in order to apply for this Peace and Conflict Studies course. And the Japanese government scholarship opportunity that I just mentioned is as follows. The number of grantees of this Japanese government scholarship will be 3 per year. How we do this is that we will recommend to the Ministry of Education 3 applicants with the outstanding result who also have applied during the designated period, who also meet the eligibility of the Japanese government scholarship. Some of the eligibilities that you need to satisfy, number 1 is the English proficiency, which is the CIFAR B2 level or above. There are some academic performance eligibility that you need to meet. All of these informations are written in the application information. So please, again, download the 2023 admission information to get to know what are the eligibility requirements. Another very important point about this Peace and Conflict Studies course is that, let's say you were not eligible for the Japanese government scholarship, maybe for the age or maybe for the academic performance eligibility. We have another financial support. It's only for the students of this Peace and Conflict Studies course. If you have been granted admission as the top 5 student entering this program, you will be given the opportunity for the admission fee exemption and also tuition exemption for the full 2 years of the master's program. So my recommendation for you is to prepare your application very well, whether you're going to apply for the scholarship or apply as a privately funded student. Another program that I would like to introduce you today is the doctoral program called Joint Doctoral Program for Sustainability Research. Again, the language of instruction for this program is English. As the title shows, it is jointly offered by 3 universities. We are Tokyo University of Foreign Studies and also Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology and also University of Electrocommunication. You may realize that it's the combination of humanities and sciences. As we mentioned before, it is offered by 3 universities. 3 from our university, 3 faculty from our universities are in charge of this joint doctoral program for sustainability research. It is a combination of both international students and the Japanese students. And the curriculum consists of the basic studies in regards to sustainability research. There will also be seminar and laboratory work regarding sustainability and also practice and internships. Some of the examples of the topic that you can study under this joint doctoral program for sustainability research are elderly care, human rights, international conflict, to name a few. If you are more into science-related field, you may contact the other 2 universities, Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology and University of Electrocommunications. For this program, we are accepting new students twice a year in both April and in October. Our next admission for this program will be for the April 2024, which the application period is in mid-November. If you're interested in this program, please contact us at the Global Admissions Office, or you can download the necessary information from the QR code here or through the link here. I will also type up these links in the chat box after my presentation. So let me round up what we have went over today. If you're interested in studying at this university, Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, first, check the application information. For the School of Japan Studies, we will soon be announcing the admission information, hopefully within this week. So please contact us or click the link that I have stated in the chat box to get to know the schedule and the necessary information. If you need the English test score and haven't taken the test yet, we do recommend you to take the test soon. As for the Peace and Conflict Studies course, our next intake will be for the October 2024. The admission information will be announced in mid-December. For the Joint Doctoral Program for Sustainability Research, as I just mentioned before, the next intake will be for the April 2024. The application period is in mid-November. Okay, so another point that I would like to briefly introduce you is that if you're thinking of studying Japan, maybe you can start studying some Japanese languages before you come to Japan. We have launched a website called Niji Iro for international students who wants to study in Japan. On this website, you will be able to find 60 Japanese learning courses and materials from 15 universities. So whether you're planning to study at this university or other universities, why not start studying Japanese language now? Just click this QR code to get the information from the Niji Iro website. Lastly, Professor Haruna mentioned about the School of Japan Studies, and we will be having our own online information session on July 28th. If you're interested in attending this session, please register at through the QR code stated here or the link stated here. These information will be available on our website as well. We also have an open campus scheduled on July 30th and August 3rd. The July 30th one is in person here in Japan, but the one which will be held on August 3rd will be the online open campus. So you can also check out the information to get to know about this university through online as well. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at the Global Admissions Office. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to go over it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nishida-san, Nishida-san, and thank you very much, Professor Haruna, for the interesting presentation. We highly appreciate your cooperation, as always, with the J-MENA project. And for our friends who have been joining us today, we believe that they have the useful data, information, links, websites to visit and to refer to. So far, we received 2 questions. The first question is about, okay, I can read the question loudly. Hello, I'm sorry, but I have been told these programs will including something to game design and art, and I think only one university left, so I'm not sure if I missed something. Okay, so maybe the participant is wondering whether like he missed one of the sessions, and he's asking about the art design. We are uploading the sessions on the J-MENA YouTube channel, so you rewatch them again, and you can have like a general idea, and you can get back to us by email so we can help you. And now for, does the Tokyo University have a conditional admission to study the Japanese language before studying the specialty I want? Because I want to study the specialty I want in Japanese, but I need Japanese language lessons. So.
Well, should I answer?
I mean, yeah, please.
Okay. Well, we do provide online Japanese lessons, just as Ishida-san mentioned. We have this Nijiro site offering some materials of Japanese language education. Plus, we also have some other synchronous online Japanese education programs. And I believe if you look into our homepage and search for information about that, it is available for students abroad. But well, if you like to receive a total education program in Japanese, then you have to reach a pretty high level of Japanese proficiency, and that will be at least JLPT N2 level. So I don't know about your level right now, but if you can go up to that point by studying on your own and just receiving some assistance through online, that is totally okay. But well, just try like to find some information to brush up your Japanese language skills and take the JLPT so that you can prove your proficiency. There are a lot of universities which has special entrance exams for students from abroad, and in those cases they make it a requirement that the students will prove their Japanese proficiency through JLPT exams, and it's mostly, I think, JLPT N2.
Thank you very much. I believe that was helpful for the participant. We also received other 2 questions for the same participant. Is mentioning that during our sessions, the game design is not mentioned yet. So I would like to mention that the Study in Japan sessions will be during summer season. So the next month, we will have another 2 days with more Japanese universities. So we ask you kindly to keep updated, and we can notify you by the following sessions. And I'm sure that you will find the program you're looking for. And another question, my question is to the J-MENA, okay? I want to ask about the Japanese language. How can I practice, study for Japanese? And I'm asking if there are any programs offered by the J-MENA team. Okay, so for the J-MENA, all we can do is to help you to provide like some support, information, guidance on how to learn the language. However, unfortunately, we don't have like a specific program offered by the project itself. As a recommendation on how to practice studying Japanese, you can refer to the website that Ishida-san mentioned. So that would be great of help for you. I believe that Professor Haruna can add something or
Well, as you just mentioned, Nijiro is the site, and it includes information not just about our university, but we include information of all kinds of online materials available for students abroad, offered from different universities. So look into the chat box. This is the URL to the Nijiro site, and includes information of all kinds of Japanese language materials available online, which is provided by not just our universities, but not just our university, but other universities inside Japan. So it's a kind of, how can I say, a total comprehensive information site.
great. Thank you very much again. And I believe our session is coming to an end for today. So again, we highly appreciate your cooperation with the J-MENA as always. And for our participants, we thank you again. And for those celebrating the Eid al-Adha, Eid Adha Mubarak. And we are happy that you can join us for the next month with other sessions with other Japanese universities. So have a great day, everyone, or have a good evening. And thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Bye.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。失礼します。